The new Xbox experience is here before its official release. So the new Xbox user interface is being released exclusively at the start for the ROG Xbox Ally devices. Microsoft has already said this will be coming to all of the other handhelds. You will be able to get this in 2026, whether you're on the Lenovo Legion Go 2 or you're on the ROG Xbox Ally, you'll have access to it. And I'm thinking you're going to be able to download this and put this on any device that you want if it will run it. But that won't be for a while here. It won't be until probably before the first half of 2026, for the end of the first half, where you'll be able to get access to that. So if you do want to get this experience in 2025, you'll have to pick up an Xbox ROG Ally device. Until now, where the new Xbox mode has actually been leaked for any handheld. You can go ahead, follow the steps to get this, and you can start installing this on the handheld, which is great if you do not want to wait. But this is all coming out. People have been putting up videos, testing it out so far, and it looks like it's doing some great stuff here for the future of handheld gaming. And this is what I was looking for when I was thinking about adapting a console user interface to handhelds. How does it improve the experience, the battery life, and just the overall usage of your handhelds, not having to use the Windows 11, which is not a very good experience. We have this here from The Verge. Microsoft's new Xbox mode on Windows is leaked for any handheld. And if you are somebody who wants to go through the steps, you can go and get this right now as we speak. They say the method involves installing a release preview version of Windows 11 and then lots of tweaks, and works on a variety of handheld gaming PCs, including the MSI Claws devices and the Asus ROG Ally range. He says he's been trying it out on the original ROG Ally today and allows the device to ignore Asus's own software in favor of the Microsoft app at boot. And you can see it right here, right? Exactly what is happening. And I will play the video here. Before we get this started, turn on the sound for you guys. I'll play the video here and you can see it running.
This is the original ROG Ally, and it's running the full screen Xbox mode that's supposed to exclusively be coming to the new Xbox Ally devices.
So what's interesting, this opening screen here, this is exactly what you can see right now on any Xbox PC or any Xbox app. You can get it into compact mode and it will look exactly the same here, but there are some things that are going to pop up here that make it different and make that experience far better than having to use just your basic Windows search bar and everything to go in between the different applications.
Windows enthusiasts have figured out how to get this running on existing devices, and you can do it too. Now, let me just give you a quick tour of how this all works. So obviously you've got the game bar, which
game bar is the big thing here.
Around in this interface, you can obviously.
And you can try this out too right on your Xbox app. You're basically using the bumpers and going through everything that you kind of will get on the Xbox console when you do hit that Xbox button.
Quickly, all that sort of stuff. There's also
this is the best part,
switcher, which allows you to switch between your apps and games. Looks quite like a lot nicer than the Windows 11 one at the moment.
Just being able to switch between
you can launch
everything,
Steam games
and
Xbox Game Pass
the games still run in the background.
Like that. And if you launch
you can see him here showing off Spider-Man, which means that you're getting PlayStation games as well.
You'll see it's launching Steam
on the Xbox
in the background right now,
and probably on the next console.
It keeps you in this sort of full screen experience or mode, should we say? And that should start launching shortly, hopefully. There we go. So it's
loads up Steam and everything, but you don't actually leave the Xbox experience, which I think is
essentially the same
the
sort of
key
thing.
here.
If you were using a shortcut to a game from the start menu, it would do this essentially. So there you go. There's my Steam that's launched up. It'll now start loading in the game, and that should happen shortly. Xbox experience.
He loads through the games, and then he switches in between the apps. This is the cool thing. You can see it running in the background, and you can use RB and LB, I believe, to switch between the apps and go between whatever you want rather than have to use that full Windows experience. And then he just goes through and loads more of the game. So there it is. That is the Xbox experience in a handheld, making it easier. I mean, I've just been using it recently, the full Windows 11 on a handheld, and I just do not like it. So I'm very happy that this is a thing, but you can go ahead and follow a guide and install this. It doesn't really seem like it is that crazy hard to do. Most people will be able to do it. And I feel like just basically any PC handheld gaming handheld will be able to run this thing. We also are seeing some updates and experiences that people have already put out in just in terms of how much better this is going to be in terms of running games and the improvements that are going to come specifically in frame rates and then potentially in battery life and everything, which is going to be the major thing here. We have this tweet here from Xbox News for Korean saying Shadow of the Tomb Raider frame test on the original ROG Ally. The Xbox full screen experience, you get an average of 38 FPS. And it's a beautiful looking game. It's an older game, but it's still a beautiful looking game. And then the Windows desktop mode, you get an average of 29 FPS. So you're getting about 10 FPS more with the full screen experience. And that's probably just because of the debloating that this will have rather than using the full desktop version of Windows. So that's a great thing. I mean, this is something that I want to see more tests of, and I think that we will see far better performance in games, or at least slightly better performance depending on the game it is when using this Xbox full screen experience. The other person here who has been putting out some tuning and stuff is Carrie Gollum here, the Fox on YouTube. And he says, first of all, that he had to do some tuning. There was still some bloat when he was in there, but once he tuned it, you're seeing a nice big thing here that is going to be great, I believe, with the power and the actual battery life of these things to be able to last longer. He says, putting a video together now to go over this in a bit more detail. The Xbox full screen experience does do a lot of really cool stuff. Controller being a first class input is huge, but even debloated, we're still wasting 2 times the power for no reason. So you can see it tuned. Power is being wasted. He tunes it, and then the power literally is cut in half, but this is all within the Xbox full screen experience. The question here is, will updates, driver updates, just anything for this experience continuously be coming out in order to fine tune all the stuff so we don't see this right out of the box? Because to be fair, this experience is still in that pre-release, in that preview form, so that may not be where it's ready to be for when it does finally come out with the ROG Xbox devices. But there will probably be changes, and hopefully the tuning itself will be done by Microsoft themselves, so you don't actually have to go in there and manually do it. But overall, just from the initial impressions from a preview release of this full screen experience, it does look like games are going to be getting a nice boost because of it. And then obviously the user interface and the user experience is significantly better just from seeing them being able to switch between the apps and all of that stuff, something that we have been waiting for. SteamOS was easily the best way to experience these handheld PCs. But now with the Xbox experience coming where you get access to everything, not just locked to the Steam ecosystem, to me, this is going to be a big change here, and people are going to enjoy it if Xbox can run this thing properly. And we don't see a lot of issues when it does eventually release. But I'm excited about this. I'll probably go ahead and try to install it, maybe make a video showing how it is working on the PC handle I'm using. But I'll leave this here for now. If you did enjoy this, hit the thumbs up, share all that stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Bye.